And all the Jewish people are saying, no, no, this is ancient knowledge, right? That's because the historians are confused where the information came from. It came from the Knights Templar. And so they started to distribute this, and they became very powerful. They became very rich, and the King of France started to freak out. The King of France was losing a lot of money. And the Pope was getting very, very worried that the Ark was going to become public knowledge. And that would not be good for the Vatican. So the King of France, and this is a historic meeting, the King of France, the Pope of the time, and an Ethiopian delegation got together at the Vatican. And they all talked about it, and they decided they needed the Knights Templars out of there. Now it's no longer the 11th century, we're talking 13th century, the year 1213. On a Friday the 13th, which gave Friday the 13th this bad reputation, the Knights Templars were declared illegal. The order of the Knights Templar was declared illegal by the Pope. And the Inquisition striked at some of the largest temples of the Knights Templar. Many of the temples actually were dedicated to the goddess, to the Black Madonna. And how things work was brought through the ages, through these two enterprises, the Freemasons and the Knights Templar. And that's why in both of these traditions, you find and I did research this, they both say that their roots was the Knights Templar, and that their knowledge comes from ancient Egypt. You see what I mean? And they both have the highest level of initiation at the 32nd level of initiation. 33rd being, a complementary initiation, actually, because the 33rd is just when you get to direct a house in both of them. But the higher level of initiation in both system is the 32nd level of initiation. So the two put together generate the 64. And in both systems, the highest level of initiation consists of, and I've asked to both, consists of stepping in front of a mock Ark of the Covenant and making vows. So they still have the concept of the Ark in there. Well, when the New World was discovered, guess who came? The Freemasons. The founders of the Constitution of this country was written by Freemasons. And the whole layout of the Washington Monument and so on was laid out by the Freemasons. That's why you have a huge stellar in the middle, an Egyptian symbol. That's why the Pentagon is a pentagon. That's why the White House and all the area and all this generates a star tetrahedron. And that's why when you look at the $1 bill, you have a pyramid with an eye on it. And on the other side, if you have a $1 bill, check it out, you will see a star tetrahedron generated by 12 stars with a 13 in the middle. The vector equilibrium, the 12 vectors of the vector equilibrium generating the singularity, the 13 in the middle.